Good evening and welcome to the Coach's Box. Week number 63 for us here. Ray Halbrook with live stream STL. Hope everybody's having a great Tuesday evening. And I bring it to you right now with three of the four guys here. We've got Coach Jarvis coming back here in a little bit. And guys, how are y'all doing today?
Doing well.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
Hey, we're on summer vacation right now. That's good.
Right.
Summer vacation. What's that?
Right.
I don't even know what that is.
It's what happens when you
Or teacher.
don't have to
Is that what it is?
deliver Pepsi.
Yeah, delivering Pepsi.
Wow.
That's what I do.
I'm just saying.
Wow.
Well, Ray, tell us about the show.
Well, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the show here. We've got some moving parts today. We have on the line straight from Ozark, Missouri, we have Coach Robert Kuehnle, all the way down yonder, I guess we should say. And Coach Kuehnle, how you doing, Coach?
Uh-oh.
Good.
There he is.
There he is. Want to make sure there's a little bit of a delay there, and I see we're yellow again. So we're gonna kill. Oh, and he just died. So
Yep.
he just died, but we're gonna bring him back. I promise we will bring him back here. Sometimes the fun thing with the video chat that far away, we'll have to just bring him back here, and he knows how to get back on. So once he, there could be him right here.
Wait for it.
Wait for it. There he is. Hey, Coach Kuehnle, how you doing?
Wait for it.
Good.
There he is, and you got the boys behind it. Who we got behind you all night tonight here? I know that I heard there's going to be a 9:30 curfew with the guys back there. What's that all about, Coach? Come on.
Yeah. Hey, we got to get ready to play a semifinal tomorrow.
Right. Well, I understand that. I totally understand that. And who you got behind you there? Have them wave at us.
All right, you got Dale Whitener, Will Schnitzler, Nolan Roth, Dylan Schnitzler, Dawson Jackback, Ethan Boyer, Luke Labriere, Kobe Ott.
Nice.
I love it. I love it, Ray.
Coach
I
Pete.
love their little dancing in the background, bouncing up and down. That's truly an inspiration,
You're
guys.
just
Go.
encouraging.
Hey, I love it because I think it's an great opportunity for those guys, man. Enjoy the moment. Enjoy the opportunity. Go out and bring home a victory tomorrow and play for a state title. How about it?
That's what we're going to try to do.
That's good. I love it, man. I saw you guys being escorted out of town today. That was awesome, too, to see.
A lot of community support. We had a lot of people, kind of chiming in, text messages, Facebook messages, Twitter messages. It's kind of overwhelming, honestly.
Absolutely. I'm sure it is. And, it's first time in school history. I mean, awesome experience, but nonetheless, a great thing for Jefferson County and for Jefferson R7 School District. So, congrats to you guys, and we wish you the best. We hope that it turns out well for you guys tomorrow at 11 o'clock, and hopefully we can, bring some hardware home here to Jefferson County.
Yeah, hey, Coach, I got to say, this will be the first and probably only time I'll ever root for R7 to beat St. Pius. Just because it's not us.
That's good. That's good. I appreciate that.
So tell us, Coach.
I thought you guys were contractually obligated to root against us no matter what.
No. Well, I would say this is one of those chances that we would probably stay away from that and try to root us on for a Jefferson County win. That's
Absolutely.
what we're looking for. So
Absolutely.
I was just joking, man.
I know. Got to give a little trouble. I get it. So, Coach, tell us a little bit about the season a little bit. Maybe give us a little bit of a rundown and kind of leading up to this point.
Give him a minute.
I'm sorry, you're kind of freezing up on us. We might try to get on a different hotspot and connect back in.
Okay. That'll work.
We'll jump off here with him real quick, and guys, I know for all of us here, I know it's a special time for these guys to be in the Final Four. I mean, I think this is the first time in school history they've had that. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Yeah, first time winning a district title for the school program. And, I mean, had a couple close ball games there starting off in the later rounds after districts. I think, Cuba was a walk-off win. Maybe Coach K talked to us a little bit about. And then ball game after that, I can't remember who they played, but it was another tough
Kelly,
opponent.
I believe.
Yeah, Kelly.
Yeah,
state-ranked Kelly.
Yeah.
So, yep.
I think the biggest thing about it, is they got hot at the right time. I mean, they won 15 out of their last 18. I think I read that today, and that's what it's about. That's what any really sporting event is. You get hot at the right time, and you kids start believing, they can do that, and good things happen when you get everybody together and believing in what they can do. And so I'm hoping that they can bring it home, tomorrow at 11, and hope that anybody that's out there watching, I'm hoping you tune in. I know that KJFF is doing the game on the radio tomorrow.
I'm sure it'll be on Misha TV too as
So,
well.
yeah, and I'm sure it'll be on, like I said, Misha TV.
You
So
have to pay like $90
Take
to watch
out
it.
a small loan if you want to do that.
No kidding.
But, yes, definitely, I'll be listening, tuning in for sure at 11 o'clock tomorrow because I'm looking forward to it. I think
early.
it's awesome.
It seems very early for a state semifinal game.
Crazy.
I mean, and what are they, 11 o'clock ball game, maybe a 1 o'clock game? And
Don't you know that the kids are staying up late?
yeah, I mean, what are they trying to do? I mean, they go down to Table Rock or something afterwards or what? I don't,
Hey.
Silver Dollar City? I mean,
the umpires have to go golfing.
That's what it is. That's what it is, yeah.
They have a tea time at 3. Gotta get there. Just saying.
I get it.
We have them back on, Ray?
We do. I think so.
There we
Coach,
go.
Coach, do we have you back on there, sir?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I can vaguely hear them there.
I think he's getting
Yeah, it sounds a lot better.
Okay, good deal. All right, coaches, go ahead and ask away there.
I just kind of wanted to give us a little bit of a rundown of the season leading up to maybe postseason play, from the beginning of the season up to district play and kind of how that all went about and, then maybe lead into postseason and how it's gone so far.
Well, we really started off slow. I think we were 2-5 at one point in the beginning, 3-6, and then we just kind of figured some things out as a squad. Had some internal issues dealt with, and then we just kind of went on a run there and started winning a lot of ball games. A lot of guys started coming through, and when it got to postseason, all cylinders were firing. It just seemed like we just had a great run.
And one of the things that I want to ask, Coach, the football team having the success that they did in the fall, do you think that maybe rubbed off a little bit on those kids and to believe that they could win in big-time games, big-time situations? I think that, to me and from my standpoint, I think that maybe made a huge advantage for you and your boys there coming into postseason play, that they believe they can beat anybody. So, I think that was, to me, from standpoint out looking out, I think that was an important thing for you guys.
You definitely saw it
in the quarterfinal game. Absolutely.
We definitely saw it in the quarterfinal game. These guys were not fazed at all by a really, really tough Kelly lineup. They've been there before. They were loose as possible. They were just joking around in batting practice before the game, and it was like we were going to play a regular season game. And they were just incredibly loose and did the job.
That's a good sign of a good coach. Tell them, that, hey, this is another game. This is nothing. Just go out and take care of business and do the right thing. And I think that's an attest to you and your coaching staff there, Coach. And I think that's something to be proud of as far as the group of guys that you got behind you there, and probably some of them that are not in the picture. But from standpoint looking out, I saw you guys have a lot of success. Just because you've been very timely hitting, your pitching's been phenomenal. Your defense has been phenomenal. I mean, you just had an all-around good baseball play here in the last couple of weeks, and I think it shows, and you guys are having a chance to hopefully play for a state title and, bring home some hardware.
Coach, I'm going to ask you here, talk to us a little bit. Now, you don't have to give away strategy.
Absolutely. Well, the biggest thing, a lot of people –
Sorry, guys, we're a little bit on a little delay here, so sorry. Now he's not going to talk. Go ahead. Go ahead,
Coach. Go ahead, Coach.
No. So, a lot of people are talking about our offense or our defense. A lot of people are talking about how we're pitching the ball. To be honest with you, it's more these guys have grit. I mean, they go into games and they say, we're going to win this game. It's going to be, this is ours. And they just find a way to get it done. Dalen didn't really have a secondary pitch when he played against Kelly, one of the highest power teams and, offensive teams. And he just said, they're not going to beat me. I'm going to find a way to get them out. And, that's kind of one of our big things.
So going into this, now that you guys have kind of set up shop down in the hotel without giving any type of strategy here, what as a coaching staff are you hoping, obviously with the win, but what are you planning on for your guys? What's kind of the routine going to be? Maybe tell the viewers that are watching or listening kind of what's going to happen going forward.
Well, one of the big things was we just wanted to make sure we told them the routine of what to expect at the ballpark tomorrow. The coaches will be up till the wee hours of the morning talking about every situation that could possibly happen. The players will be in bed, and to be honest, it's one of those deals as a head coach. It's not like basketball or football where you can go ahead and watch film and game plan. Sometimes you're in the dugout going, well, I really hope they hit a double. But, just kind of going over those situations, I think that's going to be key for us.
What do you know about your opponent in St. Pius out of Kansas City? Do you know anything about them, players, strategy, things like that?
They have two righties. One sits about 85, 87. That's probably who we'll see in the semi. The other one's about 80 to 84. They've won 3 state championships before in school history that we have known, or at least that coach has. Their lineup is hitting around 414 as a team. They're going to be a tough opponent, but, these guys, they know they're a good team and they know they're up for the challenge. And, we're going to go out tomorrow and compete.
Coach, I got to ask you, what's this I hear about the song Walking on Sunshine? Need the story.
Whoever let that cat out of the bag, I appreciate it. I always ask Jeff to play that song. My mother passed away in the 2019 season towards the end, right before districts. And it was one of those deals where I just have them play that song in the first inning or one of the first songs they play, just trying to get a little help from heaven.
Absolutely. Well, We love it. That's a great coach, and we wanted to put that out there. Jeff Whitener asked me to share that too because I think it's a valid point, and from your standpoint, I mean that's awesome. Whether that's an awesome tribute to your mom, and she's watching down and looking forward to seeing a Jefferson R7 Blue Jay win tomorrow. That's for sure.
Absolutely.
Well, talk to us about some of the players that you have. I know you introduced some of them behind you, but go ahead and, share with us anything that you like about the guys that are hanging out with you right now and just a little bit about, like I said, them as players or as, student athletes, how they represent the school and the community.
Well, I'll tell you what, to do that, I'm going to bring on one of my assistants. He's coached these guys since they were 9, or a lot of them since they were 9. He coached them in Little League and when they made their 12U Little League run. I'm going to bring him up to talk about them. He knows them very well. Maybe some embarrassing stories about them just because, they can be humbled a little bit.
Love it. That's awesome. I'm sure some of them are sitting back there thinking, uh-oh, what am I getting myself into? What's Coach going to talk about?
Go ahead, Coach. Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you guys?
Good. Wait, thanks for coming on with us, Coach. And Coach McVeigh had asked a little bit of a question about. Tell us a little bit about these guys that are behind you there, and some inside stories, some fun things to kind of loosen the mood a little bit. Just get them kind of loose a little bit, but tell the viewers that are watching or listening in a little bit about some inside stories that maybe people don't know about these guys.
Yeah, sure. Well, I know these guys won't like what I have to say, but we said a bunch of little league dads back at 9 years old, myself and four other of the dads with this group behind us, and a few more that aren't here in the room. But it was interesting. We started and our first select game playing weekends outside of Little League. We go up and we're playing a AAA major team, and here we are. We barely afford uniforms and hats, and we're going out there and trying to compete and show these guys what baseball's all about. And they're not going to like this, but we got beat 47-2.
Wow.
We had umpires standing on first, asking our assistant coaches if we really did we practice, have we ever practiced, and we just kept chipping away at it, and kind of.
Uh-oh.
Like we do now. I mean, it's one of those things where in baseball, it's a mentality thing, and from a very young age, that was my big thing is just mental confidence and wanting to compete. And I was lucky enough to coach a lot of these guys in TCYFA football as well as they were kids, as my son's friends with all of them. And it just kind of started from there. It was 9 years old, all the way up to now, and I couldn't be more proud of them.
Coach, you saying that you've coached them since they've been 9. What do you attest to, the success that they're having this year? What do you think is the highlight of the reason why they're having success?
Honestly, I think it's just the closeness of them all. In every level, whether it be basketball, we had Jays basketball, we had TCYFA Cougar football, we had Jays baseball, and all the way through thick and thin, they always competed for each other. And I think you're starting to reap some of that reward as they move forward and become young adults. It's phenomenal to see.
That's something that a lot of young kids don't understand the importance of that. And as a coach, as yourself, you've been entitled to it, and you've talked about a little bit about it. But these guys are now seeing the importance of having people around you that you're close with, you're friends with, and you do the right things. And I think as far as that goes, I'm sure these guys are going to remember this the rest of their lives and talk a little bit about the impact that you've had on them since they've been 9. So kudos to you, Coach, and to the other 3 dads that have kind of built this up and got it to where it is right now. But, that's awesome to see that these guys have stayed together and stayed composed to having a chance to maybe play for a state championship.
Yeah, I'm excited. Thanks, guys.
Coach McVeigh, do you have something you wanted to ask?
Well, I was going to say, do you want to talk a little bit maybe about this senior group? It seems like you look across the board at the starting lineup and at the pitching rotations and whatnot, and it just seems like you're very senior-heavy, senior-laden group, and maybe, talk a little bit about those guys kind of collectively here, and like I said, maybe any of the other players that are going to fill some roles in going to this weekend's matchup or this tomorrow's game.
So we've switched seats here. This is Robert Kuehnle. We're back. He's going to answer that question, I believe, because he was the one listening to that the best. So.
He was going to be too brutally honest about him. I had to church it up a little bit. So I'll just start over here. You got Koviat. He's been a closer for us. He's done a great job for us. At the plate, obviously, he's a little bit of a force. People don't like to see him come up to the plate much. You got Luke Labriere over here. He's locked down left fielder, right fielder for us, outfielder. He's thrown multiple guys out at second base and home plate. Just super excited that he decided to play this year. You got Dalen Whitener, who's kind of been our one all year. I think he's 8-1 right now with like a 1.5 ERA. Just absolutely competes on the mound whenever he gets a chance to. So I think we were playing St. Pius for the district championship. I took him out in the 4th inning, and he honestly, I thought he was going to try to fight me. Cool thing about that was after about I would say 2 minutes, he was up cheering on his buddy Kobe. So that's the kind of guys we got here. Then you got Will Schnitzler over here. a ball to save his life. This year has got like a 950 fielding percentage. Throwing guys out, doing a great job. Really came around with the bat this year. You never know when he could put one out of the ballpark. And you got Nolan Roth, who it doesn't look like much. He still fits into his Little League uniform, as you can tell.
Nice.
Has really came, along hitting wise. During the postseason, I think during the regular season, he hit something like 205. During the postseason, I think he's hitting somewhere around 330, 345. So that's a big deal. You got Ethan Boyer, who plays outfield and second base for us. He's a guy that we bring in high pressure situations. And it's just one of those guys who's going to absolutely wear one off the chest if he needs to for the team. Absolute scrapper. You can tell by the beard. Then you got Dylan Schnitzler, who's kind of our 1A. If we were to advance to the state final, he's going to be pitching that game for us. Has had some incredible starts as of late. Struggled a little bit against Cuba, but, to his standards, only gave up 2 earned runs. But, he's a guy that's going to go out and compete every time, and then he's a terror at the plate. Hits 3-hole for us and pretty fast. Not too fast, but he's pretty fast. He does a great job. And then you got Dawson Jackoback over here, who just looks like a man-child at the plate, hits 2-full for us. And, really crushes the ball, locks down third base for us. Very agile. Bunt game for the other team. Has a lot of stolen bases for his frame. Okay? And, just an absolute joy in the dugout. So, we're kind of excited about it.
So, one serious question here for you, Coach. You got a lot on your plate that you're thinking about right now, but I know you going back from the summertime, and my question is, are you worried about your house right now and what's going to happen when you come back, knowing that you've got some of these kids in the community that like to pull some pranks on you?
McVay, man, why you got to open that can of worms, buddy?
Hey,
Man, they didn't even put that together.
Nobody's hating.
Players came to my house and peeping it where you couldn't see anything.
Hey, nobody's watching anyway, so you're all right. Your home's gonna be fine.
Yeah. Thanks, bud.
That's great.
Coach. I gotta say, just getting your team a chance to play and compete in the state Final Four. A long time ago when I was an assistant coach and first getting started in basketball, I had the opportunity of having to be a part of a program that played and won a state championship. And anytime I've talked to those guys since then, those kids who played on that team, the only advice that I would like to give is what they told me, and even being in there as an assistant at the is just make sure that the kids and you and all your coaches just soak up the experience, because sometimes it's such an experience for the whole program that if you don't take the opportunity while you're there to do that, you'll regret it a little bit. And that's, win, lose, or draw, and we're pulling for you, being a county school and being one of the schools that represent Jefferson County. Just make sure that that's what you guys all do is really soak it up and just make sure that you don't have any regrets about the experience itself. Not only the game, obviously, but just the experience, because especially for the seniors, this was it. This is their last chance to do these things for the school. But I think that's just really important, and that's the only advice. Not that I'm special or anything, but I think that's something that, based on conversations with people who those kids who played, that's what they all say. So just live it up and enjoy it. Not too much, because there is a curfew. Make sure you got your tape for your doors, Coach. That's the tip I'll give you, and stay out in the hallway. But I think you got a good group of kids. I think you'll be fine.
Yeah, I do appreciate the advice. I think they're soaking it up a little bit right now. I don't know if you see what's going on behind me, but they started bouncing in unison to try to get a little more love.
Feel a little bit of the flow, a little bit of the vibe.
It's a special group. I actually hear some of my juniors and sophomores playing Wii in the next room, screaming at each other. So
that's awesome, and that's what it's about, Coach.
No, I think they're enjoying it a little bit. Absolutely.
Coach, I'll let you kind of have the floor here and just tell us a little bit about, maybe the people around you, the coaching staff, the school, the community, anything you want to say. I'm sure that there's probably a lot of people watching this in regards to what you guys have accomplished so far. But anything you want to say out there, put out there as far as some momentum things that you want to talk about.
Well, Dalen, why don't you come tell the story about what happened today? So we had a super fan posting on Facebook nonstop about our Kelly game. And so these young men came up with the idea, and I'm going to let Dalen tell you exactly what happened.
What's up, Dalen?
So our seven's biggest fan been posting play-by-plays on Facebook and stuff. So we figured we'd get her a Final Four T-shirt. And then she came to root us on the send-off at 1 today. She's had a big old grin on her face, real excited. Biggest fan there is.
That's awesome.
It's cool.
Very awesome.
Nice.
Cool. Very awesome.
Asked if Coach Rothweiler was on the team.
There you go. Awesome.
Good stuff right there.
Appreciate that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of cool. We got off the bus and we gave her a signed baseball from the Kelly game, and we took a picture. She was just very excited.
That's awesome. That's kind of the reason why this group is so successful, coaches. Right there, that's what means something to them right there. And maybe not all about the wins and losses. It's about the opportunity to make a difference in somebody's, like I said, they're a super fan, and somebody that's really entitled to them. And so that's awesome that those kids have picked up on that, and that's just such a neat experience for those kids, and they'll never forget it.
Absolutely.
And anything else, Coach, that you have that you want to mention or
Give
talk
a
about, or
shout-out.
shout-outs, anything you want to do before we close out with you and let you guys get to that, hour curfew here with in about 1 hour and 1 minute. So we want to make sure that you get them in bed before 9:30.
Well, I just want to say thanks to the community, thanks to our administration. I mean, it's been surreal how much love we've gotten. I mean, I got to my phone after the Kelly game, and I had to actually count all the text messages for Facebook. But I counted, and there was actually a total of 76 text messages I got from members of the community congratulating me. I have my superintendent calling me, saying congratulations. And it's just really, really, it's very special to get that kind of love in your community. But even when we first started the season, we had donations from some parents for some crucial things like Turfus to get going. We had people just coming out of the woodwork saying, hey, I know that, COVID, you couldn't fundraise. Do you guys want us to, buy hamburgers and hot dogs? And, we'll sell them at your games to make some extra money for you guys if you need it. And then I really want to thank, my assistant coaches. It's been ridiculous how much they've been a help in this thing. Gene with the pitchers, constantly worrying about it. He texts me sometimes at 5 in the morning or 10 o'clock at night wondering, hey, how, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? You got Pete Richardson, obviously, you just talked to him. You got Daniel Rothweiler, who he works meticulously with our middle infielders and our infielders, and he got mistaken for a player today, which I'm glad he thought was funny. You got Matt Eisenbeis, who's a volunteer coach who's bought all in. I mean, he was very emotional after our district win. You don't get that from an unpaid guy. And then you got Jared Richardson, who's calling me left and right saying, hey, we got to find a cage down in Nixa. Hey, we couldn't hit this morning. We got to find a cage down in Nixa. And he's working like crazy to try to find a cage for us. So, I'm just truly blessed as a head coach to have the staff that cares that much and wants to work with the kids that much, to have the kids who carried us here, and then just the community to lift us up. It's been really a surreal experience this year. I don't think I'll ever forget it.
Awesome, Coach. Well, we want to say congrats, first of all, on a successful season up to this point, but also more importantly, good luck tomorrow. Go out and represent as you have for the last 2 or 3 weeks in postseason play of Jefferson County, but bring home some hardware and have a chance to play for a state title and let the Colonels call however they may. But, we want to wish you guys the best of luck and enjoy that bouncing around there behind you and enjoy the experience, enjoy the opportunity, and go Blue Jays.
Hey, good luck, Coach.
Good luck, Coach.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
That is Coach Robert Kuehnle from the Jefferson Blue Jays. We're going to take a quick break here. You are watching the Coach's Box. We'll be back with our second segment in just a moment.
Yep.
Hi, I'm Ray Halbrook from Livestream STL.
And I'm Zach Bone with Festus Post 253 American Legion Baseball. No, I don't like that either. Let's go back.
Hi, I'm Ray Halbrook with Livestream STL.
And I'm Zach Bone.
Hi, I'm Ray Halbrook with Livestream STL.
And I'm Zach Bone with Festus Post 253 American Legion Baseball. This summer, we're partnering with Livestream STL for a fundraiser that will bring you every game of the 2021 season right here on Livestream STL. If you're interested in signing up, please click the link below. If you're interested in one of these games, please contact Livestream. A portion of all proceeds will be donated back to the Festus American Legion Baseball program.
We hope to see you out at the ball field and online.
Better?
Perfect.
All right.
I like it. I like it a lot.
For fine Mexican cuisine,
a family atmosphere,
any place to watch your local sport teams. Come out to La Pechangas.
check out our 4 locations: Arnold, Herculaneum, Crystal City, and Bonter.
Come out to La Pechanga.
Wiley Agencies have locations in Festus and Arnold to serve you. We offer home, vehicle, business, and life insurance, as well as investments and much more. We utilize a custom approach to make sure you, your family, and assets are properly protected. Give us a call today for great rates and savings at 636-764-6294 for the Festus office or 636-333-9903 for the Arnold office. We'll be happy to review your current coverage or just talk sports. You can also email us at SeanWiley@allstate.com.
You know, I do this for the love of the kids. I do it for the love of the coaches and the ADs because there's not enough high school coverage in the St. Louis area. There's just not. Once again, I get to keep my relationships with, you know, guys like you and a lot of the other great coaches and administrators and former athletes. And that's one of the cool things that we're going to do here, too, is, you know, I've been fortunate covering some great coaches and great kids, but, you know, the Caravan is, you know, I wasn't letting it die. And sure enough, we're here now, and you know, the reboot is in full effect.
Tell us we can't, and we'll prove you wrong. Knock us down, and we'll get right back up. Call us risk takers, misfits, bad boys. But we know what we want, and it feels like American muscle, looks like advanced engineering, and smells like fresh, cut grass. Bad boy, mow with an attitude.
We hope you're enjoying tonight's presentation. Take advantage of the HD experience here with Livestream STL by going to the TKDS Sports Network app. Download the app and subscribe by going to videos.tkdssports.com. That'll get you access onto our TKDS Sports app, Roku, and Fire Stick. And thanks so much for your support of Livestream STL.
Hi, this is Coach Riley Blair from the Herculaneum Black Cats.
Hi, this is Coach Jarvis from the Herculaneum Black Cats.
Hi, this is Coach Zach McVeigh with the Jefferson Lady Blue Jays.
Hi, I'm Chris Miller from St. Pius X High School.
And you're watching the Coach's Box.
And you are watching the Coach's Box
on Livestream STL.
On Livestream STL.
We are back for segment 2 of the Coach's Box here. Thanks for being with us, and appreciate Coach Robert Kuehnle from the Jefferson Blue Jays being with us. And guys, we're going to roll right on in here. Hopefully Coach Jarvis will pop in here with us, and we'll see how things go. But
where's Jarvis at?
Where's Coach Jarvis?
Who's Jarvis? Where in the world is Coach Jarvis at?
Who is that? He's not delivering pizza tonight.
I know.
Do you know who that guy is?
I don't know. Nobody special.
I don't think so. I don't even know who the guy is, but
is he the guy who wears flannel and doesn't have any sleeves?
Yeah,
that's him.
Yeah,
it's the gun show.
Yeah,
maybe his guns got taken away.
True statement.
That's the fear nowadays. So what's on the agenda now?
I don't know. What do we want to talk about?
Well, what are you doing this summer, Zach?
Whatever you tell me to. You know?
What? What's that mean?
Hopefully you get some shootout games. Pretty soon.
Yeah, that's the plan. I mean, I think between everybody in the county last year, teams only played 3 games.
Yeah.
I wonder what team did that. Jason's not here to throw me
I
under the bus.
I know.
Usually
he's
lob that
here.
one up.
He's
for
not
him.
here. Hold on. We can do an impersonation of Jarvis. Oh, guys, come on.
It's just a bunch of crap that you guys got to do it.
Yeah.
He ain't watching anyway, so it ain't a big deal.
But I tell you, it is new. It's not new, but it's going back to normalcy. How about that? I mean, everybody's able to, make some summer plans, and then whether that's as a family you're going out on vacation, or whether you're an athlete and you want to participate in some summertime activities. So that's good that we're kind of returning to normal. I'm curious to see, depending on where different schools go and attend, you have all these different shootouts, whether it's locally or whether it's, at a Columbia, at a Springfield, throughout, or even if you go out of state, if they're going to have different types of restrictions here and there or wherever else. But it's nice to see that, things are kind of going back to normal.
Well, you're going to run across teams that they're going to have, still have to abide by certain rules depending on where they're playing at, or maybe some of the kids like last year. I mean, now that you don't have to, maybe they decide they want to wear a mask the whole time, and you're going to see that. And it's going to be a little bit odd, but hey, I'm just glad things are going back to normal because I like that. It seems like it's back to being business as usual. And I think kids need it. I think everybody needs it. I really need it. So let's
keep your sanity or what?
Something like that.
I think the biggest thing you see, already. Today was day 1, and you saw,
So you used a contact day?
I did.
I'm keeping track.
And go ahead, feel free. And I tell you what, I mean, you saw excitement in the kids today, and I thought it was tremendous to see just the kids having the opportunity to be able to get out there and play and do some things. So, and they missed out on that last year, and you could tell a big difference in the season, and then now moving forward into this summer, I think you're going to see much more kids be more excited about the off season compared to in years past because they didn't get that chance last year.
So I'll throw it to you guys since you all are in the head coaching realm here. As a head coach, what are you looking for this summer, maybe as opposed to pre-COVID? Or are you just going to say, you know what, it's going to be business as usual? So as leaders of your program, are there different expectations, new expectations, old? Go ahead.
Well, I mean, you had a group of younger kids last year that didn't have the same kind of expectations. So then when you have your kids who've been there and done that and seen it and like, listen, you need to be here this summer, there is going to be a little bit of a learning curve, not just for your kids who are coming in, but also probably your sophomores because they didn't have the same kinds of expectations to be at things and to understand that. So you're really kind of educating two groups coming in.
Well, is there a third? Yeah. And does that include parents?
And I think that's going to be, you got to also think about, these kids and these parents, these families have not been able. Some of them have not been able to go through a summer, a summer basketball, and what it takes and what it is and what it's about and the importance of it. And even if it's not basketball, maybe it's football, maybe it's volleyball, maybe it's softball, maybe it's baseball. I mean, all of those things, could be a learning curve for them. But I think the more important thing is this summer may be more important than any of the summers before, just simply because now, everybody's on the same playing field compared to what last year was across statewide. And not everybody was on the same playing field as far as who could do stuff, who couldn't, vice versa. And when you could go. So I think, this year may be just as more important because everybody's going to be dialing in and focusing on being able to put the work in. So if you're an athlete and you're not putting the work in, you're going to see the rewards of it on the negative side compared to the other kids or the other programs or the other teams that are putting in the work. And so I think if it's more important this year than ever to be dedicated, to be focused on putting the work in this summer, I think it's important. And I preached that to our kids earlier when we had our meeting, that everybody's going to be doing what we're doing, but we've got to be able to set ourselves up and put ourselves in the best position. So we've got to do some things differently compared to what we have in the past.
Okay, well, so speaking on that, piggybacking off of that, as coaches, what are you now more interested in this summer? Is it different for you in terms of what you were looking for in a previous year, or do you say, no, we're just going to do the exact same things? And what I mean by that is it development? Is it playing games? Is it something besides those two items? What specifically, it's summertime, it's June 1, so we're not talking X's and O's or whatever, but you open it up and you talk about what you want to. Is it different, or what is your mindset? What are you looking for this summer?
I honestly, I want those kids to be able to be playing, not only playing the game, but playing together with some of the kids that maybe they didn't get a chance to play with last year. At our place, we separated. We had 3 different teams, and those teams never really went across from each other. We played all of our freshman, C team together, all of our JV team together, and our varsity team together. So we didn't mix and match during the season. Not even practice timing. We didn't mix and match. And so I think maybe that is a big point of emphasis this year, is to mix the kids up a little bit, let them get to play with each other, to learn each other, and be able to figure that out. Because I think that's going to be important, because this season coming up, hopefully, Lord willing, that everything happens and we're able to have a full season without any restrictions, and we can be able to focus more about that, mixing some kids around and maybe moving them up in JV or moving them down or up, or moving them around and mixing quarters up. So I think as far as that goes, that's what I've kind of told our kids is this summer is going to be important for that opportunity. And then I'd say last summer I thought we got a lot of fundamental development, because that's all we could do. Was basically work on things in the gym together. So we didn't get a chance to compete against others, but we also got a chance to work on development, skill development, and stuff like that. So I think, to me, this summer is really about gelling together as a team amongst different groups of people, different groups of teams, basically.
Well, I kind of look at it like, there's some areas that I would like to really develop as far as skills concerned. We don't have the luxury of having as much time, because a lot of our kids play multiple sports and they participate throughout the day playing multiple sports, because a couple of our sports have contact days that overlap. But any of the kids that have the opportunity to get a little extra time, we do like to have that, to get them that kind of individual skill work. One of the things that I feel like is going to be really important is to develop chemistry with the kids that are trying to play in new spots. We're graduating 3 kids. We have a bunch of guys. We're going to be a senior-laden team, and I really feel like if these guys can really gel, we might have a chance to be, pretty decent. And I want them to have those opportunities to play together. We can fine-tune a lot of stuff as a team, and I, really try to hope that they get better and develop on some of these other areas too. But as a team, I think that's really important.
I agree. Now, I'll ask you this question. When you're talking about your summer specifically, you just graduated the all-time leading scorer of a program. So talk about going forward for you and maybe some of those other schools, whether it's a football, whether it's a basketball, any other type of sport, team sport. When you lose such a premier player, now what?
That's one of the things that we talked about last year during the season. Not looking forward, but also talking to those kids about, we're gonna lose somebody in Paige Fowler. That was our all-time leading scorer. Our most points scored in the game. I mean, you name it, she basically broke that record. But I will say that, she had some good kids around her in her class that developed and made her better. And that's what I told those kids, those younger classmen. Hey, she made you better, and you have to take that initiative that she made you better, and she made you help you develop you into the player you want to be. So I said, if you want to take into that consideration, you got to be able to step up and take that ownership of it, and especially for these kids that are going to be seniors next year. I mean, I got a heavy senior group coming up that has had a lot of varsity experience now. So, we're going to look for some of that leadership, maybe somebody to step up and say, hey, I'm going to take ownership of this leadership role. And so I think that maybe is pushing a little bit more harder down the line. But I think if I can tell any of them, to me, that's the most important focus for them individually.
So, and you don't have to give away, you don't say what you don't want to. Let's talk about summer games. Okay, off-season summer games. I always had my philosophy during the summer, and you guys can talk about your philosophy. What are you looking for? Whatever that you want to divulge, however much you want to. Just, I would say, honestly, more so for either the kids' sake or maybe even the parents that are watching or the grandparents, somebody that's probably at some point going to attend a summer event, and then they're going to sit up in the stands and say, what are we doing, or what's going on here? This doesn't look like maybe necessarily a normal type game in season. Is it different for you? Because I know it was for me. It was for me. And how do you approach these actual games in the summer?
Well, I mean, what's your summer record overall in your coaching career?
I couldn't tell.
What's yours?
I have zero idea.
I bet you none of the media knows. Ray, do you know any of their coaching records for the summer?
It's a lot less on the left side compared to the right side, I can tell you that.
At the end of the day,
I got nothing.
At the end of the day, that it really doesn't matter.
No.
At all. And you, anytime that you can say, well, we beat them this summer, that doesn't mean anything.
No.
Okay?
Agreed.
So the idea is you get the opportunity to play with different lineups. You can go over some end-of-game situations, or, just try to get multiple kids playing time just to evaluate. From my standpoint, I want to evaluate. I got a lot of upperclassmen that I need to decide what rotations work together. What group do I want in this situation? Who knows how to run any plays, who understands our philosophy, and this is that opportunity right off the bat. As I told our guys, we've got a lot of new coaches that are going to be giving me input. You have an opportunity for a very fresh perspective with them and to make a good first impression. This is that opportunity. So there, you got other things to do, and you're going to come out in November. You come out and get that first impression now. You're making a statement now. Coach is going to remember that because I've seen that guy first. Oh, okay, he's dependable, whatever. To sit up in stands and be all pissy because you're losing that game. Who cares? Who cares? You're not going to get fired because of your coaching record in the summer.
Or starting.
No. I'll be honest with you. I've only heard one coach ever talk about their summer record. It was at the beginning of the year seed meeting. I won't say who because they're from down southeast Missouri, but they came in and basically talked about what their record was in the summer because they played about 50 games. Well,
wow.
Everybody kind of looks like, well, who the hell cares? That's great. I didn't have half my kids, I mean, everybody's like, okay, whatever. That's it. That's one time out of anybody I've ever talked to.
Mm-hmm.
So who cares? Just let the kids play. They can get better, have the opportunity because it is fun. It's a different kind of coaching when you coach them up.
I think, and it's from a standpoint of a coach to an athlete, I think the importance of the summertime is to make your presence known when you're on the floor, because we're rotating kids in and out. I mean, we're putting kids in positions, different roles, maybe different with different kids, and you're making your presence known in the summer because you're getting your opportunity to prove yourself with different groups, different kids, different opportunities, different roles. And so if I can tell any of the kids that are watching or parents that are watching, that's the most important thing for me in the summer. I want those kids to learn give their opportunity and make the most of every opportunity they get in the summer. Because honestly, I don't care at the end of the day what the scoreboard says at the end of the day in the summer. What I'm looking for is how that kid progresses. Are they making the right moves? Are they getting better? Are they focusing on what they're doing not so well, or are they focusing on what they're doing well and never worried about what they're not doing well? And I see a lot of kids not participating in the summer and then be one of the first ones to complain because they're not playing.
That was going to be my next kind of inquiry here.
Yeah, and I strive to tell those kids, if you show up in the summer, you're bound and determined to get better. I mean, it's going to happen. If you don't show up in the summer, you're going to be where you're at, and don't come complaining to me when you don't play as much, or maybe you don't play as an opportunity much. Now, that doesn't mean that the best sometimes don't show up and they still get a chance to play. But I'm just saying is, you see the development. If you want to be development and you want to develop into a player, that is the difference, in my opinion, in the summer.
Well, that's my next line of questioning is, when you as a head coach, at what point do you make it known that you need to be here in the summer? And then how do you go about saying, or do you, hey, you know what, is attendance, we're just going to use it for the sake of the show, is it mandatory required? If so, if not, how do you go about basically evaluating these players that are not here? I mean, how do you make all of these things fit from June going into November? Because as a parent, we'll say this: well, sometimes for families, we're going to go on vacation. How do you deal with that?
You are, unless you're in a very traditional place, especially with your sport, it's really hard to do that. To have that full control of when your parents take their vacations and things. Not that you want to control anybody, but that influence. Let's just use that word.
Right.
And I'll be honest, you just kind of play with the hand that you're dealt. And whoever shows up, they show up. And what I like and what I've preached since we've started basketball is, I know you got things to do, and whether it's play another sport or you got a job or you go on your vacation with your family or whatever, or spending time with family, and that's all fine. But if there's somebody who's pushing your spot and they want it bad enough, they have that opportunity while you're idle to get better.
Yep.
And what's really bad is if this is a senior and the person pushing them is a freshman, sophomore, because as I was always told by an old coach, seniors are like rented goalies. They are one and done. And I've known coaches, especially hardcore old school coaches, who they really tried to cut seniors every year and replenish them with kids that they were going to have for a couple of years. Now, I'm not that extreme, but I will say that at the end of the day, you have to be very open, and there's going to be some conversations that I'll have to have with some kids about your attendance is not mandatory, but neither is you making the team or me playing you if you do.
Well, and that's the thing, is there, to use an economic term or social studies term, there's an opportunity cost with this.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
There's
social studies now.
Yeah, there's a give and take, right?
There's no maps involved. You should be okay.
There's a chart, chart or graph.
Graph.
It's okay.
I know what graphs are.
Okay. But I mean, that's the thing
crazy?
Yeah. But for the for the folks that watch the show and that or have kids,
all five of them.
I mean, but that's something that I think sometimes gets lost in the shuffle because we've talked about this all the time. There's a coach side of things that's looking in the mirror, and then there's the parent side of things, and I think it's just two different views, and there is a balancing act. But I think, like you said, if you nip it in the bud and you talk about it early and often enough, say, hey, look, if you're going to be gone, that's fine, but you have to understand, that opportunity was there. That opportunity for you to improve or for your kid to improve was there. You didn't take advantage of it. Somebody else did.
And that's kind of the thought process that I take year in and year out. And I know you guys were giving me trouble earlier before the show.
We would never give you trouble.
About having so many kids in our program. But I will tell you this, and there's a reason why kids want to be a part of the program. And it's because we give every kid an opportunity to get better in the summer. And we're going to put together 3 teams at everything we go to this year. We're going to have 3 different teams out there, sometimes 4, depending on how many kids we have at certain events or what they can take, and vice versa. So, to me, what it's about is those kids need to understand that the importance of the summer is development. And if you don't want to develop and to be better, then don't come. But if you want to develop to be better and to learn and to get better with amongst your teammates around you, then show up.
Well,
but don't complain when you don't.
Well, that's going to happen because kids don't have a fully developed frontal lobe.
Well,
hey, I'll be honest with you. If my coach had told me that the gym was open, would you? I mean, if that was you, would you be there?
I've been there every day.
Just even if we're going to practice or we're just going to have guys come in and play. Hell, if the old guys were in there playing, we all had to pay $1 to use the facility. I mean, I don't know how many dollars we went through just going and playing. We play the old guys. Mm-hmm. Oh, the old guys are opening the gym up. Hey, let's go play. It's all fine and dandy when you see the old guys now, but the old guys will say, you should be doing this more. Mm-hmm. And where's your buddies at? Because that, at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, you don't get to go back and do this.
No. And I don't want to ever tell a kid, hey, you're just going to get ready to get passed up if you don't show up. And you don't ever want to tell a kid that.
Yeah,
but at the same time, you also want to tell a kid, hey, you want to get better, you better show up. You want to get better, you better show up. Yeah. And honestly, that's nothing. That's not telling you have to be here. You're not playing, or you have to be here if you want to get better. It's just a part of the remedy of success. I mean, if you do those things, you're going to see rewards. I mean, you're going to see benefits of all of those things, and that's what. As far as our program goes, we're trying to, develop not necessarily, great basketball players, but more importantly, the understanding of expectations. Mm-hmm. And in life, you're going to have expectations you have to deal with, and you're going to have opportunities to maybe go and do something that you don't normally do to make you better at something else. And do you take that challenge on, or do you say, nah, I'm not really worried about that, I don't care about that, and you don't? So those are sacrifices that you have to make. As far as the summertime goes, I think if you give them an opportunity and a kid shows up, if one kid shows up, you're making a difference.
Yeah.
And that's the desire that I have. I mean, do I get frustrated if I open the gym up and there's only 5 and I know 35 other kids are sitting at home?
Yeah.
I get
because you know why? You could be back home with your family.
Exactly right.
You could be doing something with your family. And I think that gets lost a lot, because you said this how many months ago, perception is reality.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
And so you're kind of, as a coach, darned if you do perception reality. Well, the gym's open, only 5 kids are there, and then you go out and you send out a message saying, hey, come on, guys, 5 kids were there. Well, now you're the bad guy. Mm-hmm. Or you say, you know what, we're not going to do any open gyms. And now it's, well, Coach ain't doing any open gyms. Mm-hmm. So you're the bad guy no matter what. I mean, that's...
I take it, with a grain of salt at times, but, my most important thought process is when those 5 kids step in the gym and I see those 5 kids, my first instincts, I'm ticked off because the other 35 aren't there. But then I also turn my picture real quick and I say, okay, these 5 kids want to be here. I'm going to work with them.
Yeah.
I'm going to make sure these kids get everything they get. And I'm going to give everything I can to make these kids, 5 kids better.
Right.
And that's the philosophy that I think us as coaches have to take in the summer. You know, frustration is hard when you don't have kids show up. But at the end of the day, if I've got 5 kids that want to be there, I'm going to work my tail off with those 5 kids because they want to be there. And I'm giving up my time, so why not? Why not?
So
you know?
what's a magic number for you? We get to 20 contact days. What's a magic number for you that says, if I get this many games in, I think this is what I'm looking for, and this is going to be successful for us going into the actual real season for all of the things you just talked about, namely evaluation, rotations. But what's your magic number? What do you think?
16 to 20.
That's what I like to say around the 20 range. I say if we get 20 games in, you know, I think it's a success. And as far as coaching, you know, standpoint, and as far as a parent standpoint, I always tell our kids at the end of the year evaluations that we have before next season, at the end of every season, I tell our kids, hey, we're going to have summer. We're going to use every single one of our contact days, 20 of them. I like you to be at least 15 of the 20, 75% of them. And my thought process was that, and I've told those kids, if you can be at 75% of our contact days, I think it would be very successful for you. And regardless of the situation, regardless of, you know, is it a game or is it an open gym or whatever that contact is, if you can make it to 75% of them, I think it's a success for you and it's a success for the program. And that's kind of my philosophy at the end of the year evaluation. Does every kid do that? No. But at the end of the day, I think I told them that. I progressed it into their mind. And I think as far as you get those kids that are going to be at all 20 of them, and you're going to get those kids that are going to be at only 5 of them. But at the end of the day, I think if you can get 75% attendance, that's phenomenal.
So speaking of contact days, how are we doing, Coach Jarvis?
1.
I had 18.
Nice.
Show up tonight. And, it's funny when they know league night's the next night, they're all there.
Oh, sure.
Funny how that works, huh?
Sure they are.
I'm still missing a few that need to be there that have not been there, and I kind of picked up on that was the conversation when I walked in.
Yeah, we're just kind of talking summertime stuff. So I'll throw this out to you, and it's kind of the hornet's nest because I was kind of saving this. But summertime. Multiple, yeah. A little Will Smith. And
DJ Jazzy Jeff.
And the friend. Yeah.
So being a multiple sport coach, on top of having to share athletes, probably, 80% maybe plus of your kids, how do you as head coaches navigate sharing athletes over the summer?
Well, I will say today was Blaine Boss's first day as the football coach, and he pulled all my basketball players aside today, and he said, listen, Coach Jarvis needs you at league night, so we're going to open the weight room up in the morning so that you can go lift, and then you can be at league night. So I was very happy that Coach Boss did that. And, you know, the month of June is rough. I'm doing something every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday night in the month of June. We're doing football Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays, and I got basketball on Monday and Wednesday. So, like, today we had open gym after we did our weight training and stuff for football, and I had 5 kids that were at football that came, you know, to open gym afterwards. So it's hard at a small school. You got to be able to share those athletes with all the other coaches and try to make it work the best you can. You're still going to have arguments. You're still going to there's going to be some issues sometimes.
I mean, we had football open up today at Pius, and kids got done doing stuff that play football, play basketball, and they went and got a drink, came right back and spent 2 more hours in the gym. And some of those kids who only play football are like, what, you doing both? F that, I don't want to do that. No. And I'm like, hey, athletes don't get tired. That's what I told the football guys.
Definitely small school athletes, you know.
I mean, you
can't.
keep. I mean, you want to utilize that time.
And it's not like, I mean, I know football's first and volleyball's the first season's coming up, but we get a summer too.
Yeah.
And so, basketball needs to have time that their kids can play basketball.
And I'm very fortunate that Coach Oliver and Coach Tilden and the entire football staff, they are very supportive of kids playing basketball and doing that. So, I mean, a couple of those kids are just like, hey, you better make sure you're back up here. And it's nice when the football coaches are telling those kids
it was
that they need to be back
It was
here.
very nice of Coach Boss, and I hope we keep it that way. And we got to share athletes. I mean, that's the way it is. And when you got kids that are playing both, heck, I got a son that's playing 3.
Yep.
So I mean,
your son plays?
Yeah, he plays a little bit. And
But
so,
it's a part of the process, and if you're not a part of the process as far as a school district, and you're not on the same page as far as all coaches, then it's a struggle. And when you're fighting amongst your coaches, you're fighting those kids. Pick up on that, and they're not silly. They know, they figure that out, and so that's what really struggles in your mind when you see that. When you see a kid that comes up to you and says, hey, coach, I really want to be at this, but I feel like I need to be at this too. What do you do? And I don't ever want to tell a kid, go to that or go to this. Hey, do what you want to do. I'm not going to yell at you, because if you go to what you want to do, I'm never going to yell at a kid for that, because it's their summer. Enjoy it, right? Do what you want to do. But at the end of the day, I always tell them the same concept is, there's going to be some kids that are going to be there, and they're going to get better. And that's all I can tell them, and that's what I tell them every year. I've never refrained from that. And as far as sharing athletes, we have to share athletes if we're going to be successful.
I agree.
In any sport, all year round, if we're not sharing athletes and we're not connecting amongst each other, it's not going to be successful.
So I'll throw this out at you, since you all are head coaches now. What if a parent?
Listen, this assistant coach over here now.
Hey, I get to
former head basketball
What if
coach.
What if a parent comes to you and says, "Look, our family comes first, and little Johnny, little Susie, they'll be there when they can, and they're not going to be there when we don't want them to be there." And how do you handle that? Because it's not the kid. It's not the kid saying, well, coach, I'm not going to wake up and do weights. I was up too late playing Xbox. It's, no. The parent makes that call.
Maybe you can win the Xbox state championship then.
No, I'm saying that. No, I'm saying the parent. When the parent says,
tell
hey.
the parent same thing. Hope they got a scholarship for their video game.
No. You're missing my point. You're go back to your phone, just like the kids are in class. Always on the phone, not paying attention. Not paying attention. No, what I'm saying, take the Xbox out of it, Chris. What I'm saying is, if a parent comes up to you and says, "Hey, I saw your summer schedule. Yeah, Bobby Joe, he's missing this, and this."
I'm going through it this year, and I told the parent this exact same thing. Hey, I will never doubt that that's what's going on, and I'll tell them and say, hey, these are the dates we have, and say, come what you can to, but understand that there'll be some kids that'll be at everything, and there'll be some kids that won't be at anything.
Yeah.
And I always say that this is an opportunity for your kid to get better, and if they want to be there, they'll be there. If they're not, and you guys are having a vacation planned during it, hey, I just got what I'm available with, And so I think sometimes it's hard because you have 30, sometimes 40 kids that you're having to work around schedules with, and so you're not going to get them all the time, all of them. But at the end of the day, if you can commit, like I said earlier, if you can get them to be at 75%. Of your activities, I think that's a success.
Well, yeah, because you're going to want them there, and parents are going to take vacations.
Sure, they are.
And they're going to be gone to stuff. And if they come and tell you, it's like, okay.
Well, and
you're at the mercy of them.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's not like but a good thing that I think Herky's done in the last several years, we've put out when the dead weeks are going to be pretty early.
Yeah, we do too.
And some people don't want to take vacations in August and July, I guess, but. I've done it my entire life. I had 2 older brothers that played sports, and then I played sports all through, and then I've coached. And I would find out when the 2 dead weeks were, or whatever weeks we weren't doing something, and that's when I'd go on vacation because, Coach Holman at Festus back in the day said, well, do you want to play or not?
Right.
And that was his way of saying if you show up, you're going to probably get a more chance to play.
So
than
you're
if you
saying
don't.
there's a chance.
You got it.
I stayed at home. My parents all went on a vacation one summer, and I stayed with my grandmother so I could go to football camp.
Yeah.
School's killing me right now.
He's on it. He's on it right now. He's on
By
it.
the way, if anybody needs any butchered beef, hit me up, okay?
Is he advertising for you?
No, he is now, yeah. And Blair's Beats.
Oh, gosh.
Blair's Beats. I missed that.
Just beat it.
Sorry. I'm a little slow here.
Should we play the song for you, Jason?
No, we're in Facebook jail.
We can't do that.
Oh, you don't own the rights to that.
I don't own the rights to that one.
I don't think Michael Jackson does either. I think
Probably
Paul
not
McCartney.
anymore. Paul McCartney.
Oh, we know
owns it
that's
all.
the flip flop. Michael
Now-
Jackson bought all the Beatles.
Has our apple juice been good today?
Yeah.
So far,
Been hit and miss.
2%. 2%.
2% apple juice.
Kind of like milk.
They're always
Yeah.
dissing
Like
your
milk.
apple juice, so I thought I'd ask. I didn't know how it was going. I was too busy with those 18 kids trying to get better.
Hey, that's good, Coach. So
Go ahead.
No,
No,
go ahead.
I was gonna. I was
No,
gonna
you
totally.
go. No, you
I was
go.
totally pivoting to another topic.
Well,
so
we're gonna.
finish it up.
I just want to ask Coach. I know because you were talking about it before he came in. Coach, we were asking the concept of the importance of what do you think this summer is importance compared to any other summer? You think it's any different because with that not having a summer last year compared to having a summer this year? Is it more important this year than in years past pre-COVID?
Ooh, pre-COVID. And then compared to now, I mean, the summer's always important, and I don't know that I'm going to say that it's more important this year. It sure is for our football program at our school because we're getting a new coach.
Sure.
I mean, like today we went over some stuff that I knew we needed for league, and I'm at my end and Coach Buddy's at his end, and I'm lucky because all these kids have been around me since they were in 7th grade.
Yep.
So that's been a good thing for me. So it's important for the group that I have this year to play together.
Yeah.
And to play in competitive games. We can come into open gym all we want, but we're not competitive as we're going to be when we, say, play Pius out at Hillsborough or play, like tomorrow we
play
have.
us out of Hillsborough?
I don't think so.
Oh.
But I was just mentioning it. No, we play Perryville and Fredericktown tomorrow, which are going to be 2 tough games for us. And I right now have 6 for sure kids committed to coming.
Let's see.
Farmington?
We play Farmington, Windsor, back to back, into the night.
I'm at 8:45.
So are we.
Yep.
Yeah, but we play them. It's fun.
Well,
It's great.
You said it earlier. Records don't matter. In
Hey, what's your summer record overall?
You
ever had any parents ask you, like, you guys have winning games this summer? It's like, and who cares?
I don't even. The only thing I remember from summer was getting kicked out of a Kingston League game one time, and then I was the only person on charge, so they couldn't kick me out. I mean, that's about the only real summer that I remember. I mean, there was one summer.
Try to do that this year.
It was Lee Richardson's first year, and we played down at Kingston. That's the only other thing I remember, and we hit like 15 threes, and he was looking down at me like Jordan had 4, Cullah hit 3 or 4. I mean, it was like bam, 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 and he kind of looked at me like, are you serious? And I was like, we won't do this when the season rolls around, but man, we were, but I don't remember much from summer except, who showed up and who got better.
Mm-hmm.
I try to keep track of that. I try to, I got some kids that I can tell have been playing basketball since the season's been over.
Right. And that, you can tell.
They've played on some other teams outside of ours, and it shows in open gym. I've noticed these kids, I'm like, man.
Wait, so putting the time in and effort
Yeah, I mean, they've been – I had about 6 or 7 kids play with 34 hoops.
We just don't give it to you and say, here you go. Here's your starting spot.
Oh,
you like it?
You
You want it?
What jersey number do you want? Yeah.
Well, we all play our favorites. You know that, right?
Of course we do. I do.
Sure we do. The ones that handle the basketball, can score and play defense and hustle.
The ones who know how to play and listen, that helps.
Coachable?
Yeah.
I'm surprised. So we'll pivot. We got 15 minutes.
But I think summer's important, but I don't know that it's more important. But
we will pivot.
How, open up the floor. Go ahead and tell us. You told us so. Let's talk about the Cardinals and your favorite player right now.
Who? My guy?
Bro Neal.
Look at the bro. Right after that show, I went, every time he hit a home run, I was putting it in our post.
Well, there's another home run by O'Neal.
Well, the one game, because you guys, he's either a home run. I go, he had 2 doubles and a home run in that game. What do you think about and a strikeout?
And I was saying,
1 for 4, hit a home run, but had 3 strikeouts.
I'm all for it.
Hey, listen,
Chicks dig the long ball.
Somebody has to be able to hit the ball over the fence.
Well, there isn't many doing it on our team, really, is there? I mean,
no. Now there's.
I tell you who's not doing something on the team is throwing a lot of strikes.
The bullpen?
The bullpen.
Man.
The Bad News Bears in there.
You see Flaherty just went on the 10-day.
Yeah. That's
Blair
said it first.
He's done. His arm ripped completely off. He's gone.
Hey, it's going to be more. It's going to be more than the 10-day.
It'd be a 60-day plus.
I agree with Jamie Rivers 100%.
What did he say?
Anytime that the Cardinals say that it's
10-day, it's
10-day, they're usually out.
Yeah,
for the
you
year.
guys are probably right.
Yep. So what do you do now? Do you go out and get somebody?
Yes.
Who?
You have to.
Well, we have Libator. You got Zach Thompson.
Libator's not even on the 40-man roster.
Sure he is.
No, he's not.
No,
he's not.
I have a suggestion. Max Scherzer.
Oh, that would be awesome.
And you're going to give up Libator, and you're going to give up, and you're going to give up, and
they're not going to trade him.
I know. Well,
Washington's their owner loves him.
I would love it.
Sucks this year, though.
Doesn't matter.
So what?
Their owner does not want to trade him. He would rather
dollar
pay that
sign.
money.
Got to trade
He
him.
is dollar
He'll be in a
signs.
Cardinal uniform. Mark it down.
He said
now.
that about
Dang,
Burley.
Ray is confident. I'm liking the confidence. I want him here.
Well, I
wanted
too.
Mark Burley here forever. And we would
How'd that
never
work
get
out?
him.
No.
Hey, we got Arenado.
For nothing.
We're getting
Almost.
Scherzer. I don't care if you got to give up a little bit. Get Scherzer.
I want.
Who do you want?
There's several people on Trevor's Story was who I was going to say. I don't
know. Colorado was like, fool me once. It's the old Bush.
Yeah,
fool me once,
shame on you.
Fool me twice, shame on. I can't get fooled again, see?
I don't know if you can pull that one again.
Gosh, let's get Trevor's Story. While we're at it, why not get Blackman for a couple years? There's all kinds of wish lists.
Hey,
out
all
there.
these guys who play at Colorado, I mean, he's like, how do you guys not win? I mean, really?
Literally.
Can we pull another,
No.
Cardinals are winning.
Give it time.
Look, he's even got a blue Cardinals hat to match
Gold.
the live
Nice.
stream. That's nice.
I've had this hat for a little while, and that's what I started wearing was this guy here before we decided to up our game and actually get live stream STL hats. So
I do have the live stream trucker hat.
I did give him a Herculaneum girls basketball pullover that was blue and gray.
Yes, it has the blue and the
That
gray
was
on
so
it.
funny how we got that too. I'll never.
It's all right.
But hey, that's my support the blue, and support the Black Cats all in one.
Well, going
All
forward,
in
what
one.
do you think? I mean, we're talking the Cardinals. They've hit a bit of a rough stretch. I mean, you got the Dodgers now. This series, you had your last series that was a struggle. I mean, expectations going forward now that Flaherty's out. I'm not sold on KK.
He's bad. What?
Michaelis is going to be on the shelf probably for the rest of the year.
I think we have to
Michaelis really had that great year, and then we put money on him, and then
we
buy.
have to find a bullpen. End of discussion. If we can't find a bullpen, we're struggling.
Well, they know where it's at. They just don't have anybody to come out there that can throw a strike.
We don't even know where it's at.
Well, listen,
man.
you can't be scared. You got to throw the ball, let them put it in play, and let your great fielding team field. Low in the zone. Living low in the zone.
Well, we were talking about this off
put
air,
on the ground.
and I said this. Maddox wouldn't even make a Major League Baseball team now.
Right.
He wouldn't even get drafted now because he's not 6'5", throwing 98 miles an hour. It doesn't have some ungodly breaking slider. You bring up the whole idea of throwing strikes. Do we have anyone that can do that? Have we drafted anybody? Have we developed? I tell you who the Cardinals need to get is old Duncan. Bring him back.
Old man?
Yeah.
I agree.
Bring him back. Get here. Maybe he can teach how to throw strikes.
Well, if he's basically on Tony's staff.
Yeah. Without saying it.
Without saying he's on Tony's staff. Tony talks to him every day, I think.
Well, hey, I just want to give a shout-out to Griffin Porter from DeSoto, the young man that mentioned to me track meet this year that he watches our show religiously.
Oh, you found out?
He said, hey, Blair, so he wanted to mention, so I want to give him a shout-out to him out there watching our show. So appreciate you watching and tuning in week and week
That's
out
awesome.
pretty much. So
tell your friends about us,
yeah,
right?
absolutely. Share the show.
They can listen to it while they're playing their Xbox and
right.
their PlayStation.
And this is something that I thought tonight's show so far in that second segment here that I think is important for some of those kids to hear about some of those expectations of what the summer is about. But, and I think we'd love to see more of our youth watching this and picking up on some of the things we talk about. Absolutely, man. I think it's great.
I do. That's another thing that stuck out to me today at football too. Coach Boss said, "If you can just get here, we're going to make you better.
Yep.
If you're here this summer, we're going to get better."
Yes.
I mean, and that's what I've tried to tell my kids since I've been a head coach. I mean, if you're going to put in the time, it's going to show eventually.
Well, I mean, I tell the kids all the time, were you really good at Call of Duty when the first time you played it? And they're like, no. I said, it's kind of the same thing with basketball. The more you play Call of Duty, you get better. You're not a noob anymore.
There's no easy level, though. That's the thing.
Well, when you play online Call of Duty, there's no easy level either. You never played Call of Duty. I'm the youngest one here. I've played Call of Duty, and I enjoy it, but at the same time, you lose time from basketball if that's more important. So
I agree.
You pick what's important. Play Call of Duty.
I don't play any Call of Duty. I don't have time.
Halo was the game of choice back in the college days.
GoldenEye.
Oh man.
See, we played a lot of NASCAR.
Yeah.
NASCAR.
GoldenEye.
That makes sense.
That fits me, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
So Ray, before we go to break, we want to make sure we let everybody. We want to make sure we let everybody know here, that we do have some sponsorships opportunities available for the Coach's Box here, where you can sponsor a segment for an entire month for $50, or the entire month of the entire show 4 times in a month for $250. And all that money goes back to the local businesses here in Jefferson County to try to give back and giveaways that we're going to try to do. As far as giving back to the local businesses that have struggled throughout the last 18 months or so. So if you're interested in sponsoring the Coach's Box or some kind of segment of ours, feel free to contact any of us coaches here or contact Livestream STL, and they will take care of that as well. So we would love to have a sponsor, and to sponsor. Last month we had Home by SMCI and La Pachanga here in Herculaneum. Those were 2 sponsors for the month of May. So we are now at June 1st. So we're looking for sponsors for this month's show. We will give you a 4-week. So not after this week, but we'll give you 4 the next 2 if you are interested in sponsoring. So contact one of us or Livestream STL.
There you go.
So there you go, Ray.
There you go. Appreciate that. I used to like the game Home Run. Mm-hmm. Now this takes you back to Atari years.
Oh yeah, Atari.
I mean, dude, you could throw the curveball way outside and then go right across the home plate. Yep.
I don't remember
awesome.
I had an Atari.
Home Run, baby. I had an Atari one summer.
Pitfall was
with it too. Pitfall, Centipede,
Gallagher,
Asteroids, and Home Run, baby. That's where it was.
And was it Pong?
Pong was on there too.
Old one.
So my wife ends up buying me like the old school. It's all one great big thing. It's got like 50 games in it now. I haven't even opened it up, and I bet she bought that for me for Father's Day like 5 years ago, maybe even longer than that.
Oh yeah, I
got the Nintendo one. It's got Punch Out, not Mike Tyson.
Yeah,
I have Mike Tyson Punch Out.
Yeah. There you go. There you go. We're reliving our golden days.
Yeah. Right. Me and Ray are
showing
listen,
how old we
are.
Hey,
playing Atari.
Real quick, what's even cooler than that is the actual. There's a gaming console that you can put the old school Nintendo, Super Nintendo, and a Sega, and play any of them.
Wow!
As long as you have the cartridge.
Right on.
And I got that for my daughter, and she just loves it. She's like, "Can you play Paperboy with me?"
Paperboy, there's a good one.
I'll play Paperboy.
So I can break the windows.
Yep.
There you go.
Paperboy.
All right, we're going to break here. Thanks for watching. You're watching Coach's Box. We'll be right back.
That was an awesome one in the arcade.
Hi, I'm Ray Halbrook from Livestream STL. And I'm Danny Sigmund with Rock Memorial Post 283 American Legion Baseball. We'll be partnering this summer with Livestream to bring you all of Rock's action for the entire season online. If you can't make it out to the field this summer, please click the link below. You'll be able to watch all the action online. If any businesses out there would like to sponsor us, please reach out to Ray at Livestream STL. Part of the proceeds that are generated will go back to the baseball program.
We hope to see you online and at the ball field.
Guys, I've always wanted to ask you this since you're both pitchers. What's your favorite pitch? It's a fastball? Okay, I know. It's a curveball. No? Okay, well, what's your favorite pitch?
Oh, yeah. Spitball.
The Main Street Sports Show. You never know what we're going to throw at you. Value. Let's talk about value right now. We here at Livestream STL believe that value is key to keeping our community at a high level. Do us a huge favor today. Talk to your athletic director about the value that Livestream STL brings to your school. Talk to your superintendents as well. Let them know that you want Livestream STL in your schools because we bring high levels of value back to your kids. Thanks again for watching the broadcast.
Jefferson College has affordable degree options for students of all ages. Plus, register before December 11th and you could win a $250 book scholarship or other great prizes. Jefferson College provides safe on-site and online options and many exciting career pathways like humanities, business, social science and public service, math, physics and technology, and science and health. Students who know, go Jeffco. Enroll now at jeffco.edu.
Imagine an HVAC as unnoticeable as the air itself. Sounds pretty good, huh? The new Daikin Fit. Air intelligence.
For fine Mexican cuisine,
A family atmosphere.
any place to watch your local sport teams. Come out to La Pechangas. Check out our 4 locations: Arnold, Herculaneum, Crystal City, and Monterey. Come out to La Pechanga.
Hey, this is Chris Miller, and you're watching the Coach's Box on Livestream STL, the best sports streaming show there is on Facebook.
And we are back for round 3 here. It is Cranium Cup trivia time. Cranium Cup. And we're going to have the guys get things set up here as we speak. And let's see. Oh, the reigning champ this week is Mr. Blair.
Well, 2 weeks by default.
Hey, by the way, when you two were not here after he would automatically started judging me. McVeigh, you got the cup? Did you bring the cup? And I'm like, whoa, buddy. Blair had it.
Right. He
and yes, he forgot the cup.
He did.
He had to go back home.
I had to go back home.
He forgot the cup.
He did.
Oh my gosh, dude!
Sorry, I threw you under the bus. He's like, "Where's Blair at?" He goes,
That
"Yeah, I
doesn't
forgot the cup."
That doesn't surprise me with you, Miller. It doesn't surprise me at all.
Hey, I'm a bus driver. Don't worry.
It
That's
doesn't
fine.
surprise me at all.
Does it have the beep? Beep.
No,
beep,
took it off. I don't even want him to know. Don't even want him to know. I'm backing it up. All right, so the theme for this week's trivia.
Let's get this over with.
Since Fat Albert is playing for the stupid Dodgers, he's not wearing the number 5
not his
anymore.
Fault.
Yeah, it is. He signed
No,
a contract.
it's not. It's
It
the
is.
Cardinals' fault.
Oh, whatever.
I agree.
All right, so he's not wearing number 5 anymore. He's wearing 55.
55.
So this week's theme is all about jersey numbers.
Oh,
great.
All across sports.
All right.
All right. I kind of like it.
Question number 1. Only 2 athletes have ever had their numbers retired across the entire league that they played in, professional sports. Jackie Robinson's number 42 is retired throughout Major League Baseball. Who is the other athlete to have their number retired throughout their sport? A. Pele. B. Wayne Gretzky. C. Bill Russell. D. Mario Lemieux.
Oh. Lemieux?
Super Mario.
What was A?
Pele. There's a soccer reference.
There you go, Kevin.
One time.
That was a soccer reference.
Soccer reference. Pele was pretty good, by the way.
I don't know.
So you got Pele, Gretzky, Bill Russell, and Mario Lemieux.
Oh.
There's only one.
Yes, there's
Super
only 2
Mario.
people
Why
total.
couldn't it have been Jackie Robinson? Why couldn't
an easy one.
As soon as you said that, I was like, well, that's 42.
No, that's the only one yeah.
Ha 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 ha.
I don't know.
Okay, ready?
All right, answers.
Guessing. This
Who
is guessing.
You
knows?
said Pele. You
what
said
I thought.
Pele. You said Bill Russell. You
think it's
said
Gretzky.
Gretzky. The answer is Wayne Gretzky.
I was going to.
Would you at some point say trust?
I
your
gotta-
gut? McVeigh
Hey,
trust.
McVeigh,
That's what I went for.
McVeigh,
Yeah.
don't mess this up.
That didn't work out well, did it?
Well,
Trust my gut.
I
the way
can't
things
believe
go.
I got a hockey question wrong.
Oh, that
thought it
sucks, Ray.
That sucks.
I thought it was.
I was going to circle him. Rush me.
Question number 2. Meta World Peace, better known as Ron Artest, wore many odd numbers
Yes, he did. He played for the Lakers.
for basketball players during his NBA career. What was his jersey number during his first 6 seasons in the NBA with the Bulls and Pacers?
Oh, jeez.
I have no earthly idea.
A, 37. B, 91. C, 15. D, 51.
Yep. I'm a fan, so.
I don't know.
Meta World. Why are you showing? Why you turn around and show?
Oh, show Ray. I keep forgetting that Ray's not there.
Ray's not running it.
I'm changing mine
Wait,
now.
whoa. It'll be that
Here we go.
guy?
We'll be that
All
guy.
right, so you said, what's your answer there, Ray?
51.
Okay, 51, 37, and 15. The answer is 15.
That's what I had. Changed it.
I believe he's worn all those jersey numbers, too.
Yep.
So
Yes,
who's
but
up?
I knew 15 was the original.
Yeah.
So we're what, 1 to 1?
1 to 1 to none to none.
Oh, that's tough, guys. Question number 3.
Me and Blair tied? Is that what?
Yes,
Yep.
we are.
Yadier Molina, who will probably have his number 4 retired by the Cardinals.
What number is he?
4.
Bar.
Bar. Debuted for the Cardinals on June 3rd, 2004. What number did he wear before he made the permanent switch to 4?
I already know the answer to this one.
A, 24. B, 41. C, 14. D, he's always worn number 4.
Ready to flip?
Oh, Ray feels pretty confident.
Yeah,
about
he's
this.
Very confident. Very confident in this one. Ready?
And go.
It's always
Answers. Ray says C.
No, I said B, 41.
Sorry. Everybody's got them in different order.
41.
The answer is 41.
Yes.
Ray's on the board.
So
I'm on the board.
now.
2. 1.
Oh,
man.
I'm in the lead.
Zach.
You are in the lead. There's a chance.
There's a chance you might win.
I doubt it.
All right.
The worst case you can do is go to playoff.
Sudden death.
They haven't done well in the sudden death.
Your record in overtime is pretty low.
No.
All right. Here we go. Hall of Fame cornerback Deion Sanders played for the Falcons, the Cowboys, the 49ers, and the Redskins while wearing number 21. After a 3-year retirement, he joined the Ravens in 2004. What number did he wear with the Ravens? A, 22. B, 35. C, 27. D, 37.
It was weird, too.
It was weird not seeing him in 21. Prime time.
Gosh, I'm taking a total guess.
I am too, but I think I know what it is.
If Jason gets this right, he will be the champion. If he gets it wrong, we will have a tie.
Maybe.
I don't think it's right.
If someone else gets it right, besides Zach. Answers, let's go. Ray says D. Zach says C. Blair says C. Jarvis says C. The answer is D37.
Oh. Yes!
So now we have a tie.
I knew it was 27 or 37. I just didn't know which one. Woo! Gosh dang.
My test questions can be
now
really
it's
difficult sometimes.
Me and Ray?
It's Ray and Jay.
Yep.
All right. Let's
Ray and Jay.
All right.
Oh.
Hope stay in Black Cat Land. One way or the other, it's going to stay in Black Cat.
That's going to stay in Black Cat Land. Yeah, that's right.
The New York Yankees have 22 retired players' jerseys numbers. 20 that are different, 1 duplicate, and obviously Jackie Robinson. Which of the following numbers is not retired by the Yankees?
Oh. Okay.
A, 11. B, 20. C, 51. D, 44. You can wear number 0 for the Yankees.
Interesting.
Somebody did.
Ready?
Answers. Ray says A, 11. Jarvis says C, 51. Bernie Williams is 51. It's retired.
Oh, I didn't think it was retired.
11 is not.
Okay, he wins.
Ray is the champ.
How about is the champ.
I didn't think Bernie Williams. I didn't think his got retired.
Yep.
When did he get retired?
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you figure 44. That's that's Reggie Jackson. 51 is Bernie Williams.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What was the other? 20.
20 is Jorge
Posada.
Yep.
I just didn't think Bernie's got
About
retired.
Hey. Well, Jeter's already retired.
And that to him there.
About that.
Here
he is.
You want one of the backup questions?
I got it this week.
What's the only number to be banned by the NBA that you can't wear? Between 0 and 99.
69.
69.
69. Yeah,
it's the only number. It's the only league that's banned that number.
I was going to say football. You can play. You can wear
football.
That's
There's only been about 5 players in professional sports that ever wear the number 69.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
Saying.
I mean,
Well, yeah.
All right.
Right, Blair. Just
beat it.
Just beat it.
All right, Trey, for some this or that.
This or that.
Uh-oh.
This and that.
You can go with this.
There we go.
You can go with this.
Would you?
Hey, you should have asked us to order you something. Have it ready.
Yeah.
Give me a little take-home bag.
Yeah. Okay. This or that. Mega contract, but you will never win a championship. Or you'll take less pay and win a few rings.
What's less pay, though?
Quite a bit.
So league minimum?
We'll go.
Does that include my retirement?
Instead of the
you better be specific here.
Well, I'm just
less
saying.
Pay, my friends.
Okay,
less pay.
You either get Tatis's 300+ mil, or
Matt Carpenter's.
You're getting. No, that's still a lot of money. That's still way too much money. Or you're getting, I don't know, $2 million.
I'll take $2 million right now.
And win.
How much does Bernie?
Hey, wait a minute.
Yeah, but it's 300+ mil.
I will take $100K. No, I'm kidding. I'm going to get paid. If
No,
I'm the athlete, I want to get paid.
I want to get paid. I don't care about damn championships because my next generation, the next generation, the next generation are taking care of.
I got to pay for my kids to go to college.
I'm taking championship and a little less money.
Hold on, this is the businessman. He's taking that $2 million and he's turning that into $10 million.
Oh, listen, I'll buy my own team after I invest all that money.
How much money does Bobby Bonilla make every year?
1 point.
He's a businessman.
That's
by the way.
right.
Yeah.
He took
Either
his,
1.5
He took
or
less money and is
1.37.
making money now.
That's right.
Ray, what are you doing? Mega contract?
Oh, give me the Bobby Bonilla. I'll take the $1 million, $1.5 million, or whatever, $2 million every year.
Oh, I would love, but the scenario was
Mega deal and no championships, or a small deal and multiple championships.
Well, I mean,
straight cash, homie.
Yeah, I don't know. It matters how small.
What is it, cream?
So here's an interesting.
I mean, you could live on
a
couple.
Here's an
mil a
interesting
year.
stat. I saw this on NHL memes today.
But I'll take 3.
And it deals with
league minimum lower
players that make over $10 million a year. This was like the first time a goalie has ever won a series. Carey Price last night won that series against Toronto.
Choke artist.
First time that a goalie that's made $10 million to ever win a series.
Yeah, there's only been a handful of goalies that made that much money, though.
Right.
Not even like Dominic Hasek or.
Right. Oh, I don't think there's very many goalies that make $10 million.
No.
No, there's one.
Carey Price.
Bennington only makes 6.
Yeah. So there you go.
All right, this or that.
Well, I'm terrible. I didn't even know that hockey's still going.
Yeah.
It's Stanley Cup playoff.
Round two
Blues are
started
out,
this
so
week.
I'm out.
You have the number 1 draft pick.
Ooh.
So we suck.
No, well, whatever.
Well, that was last
However
year.
you want to take it.
That was last year, but there's always next year.
Number 1 draft pick. The best overall ever, whatever. Are you going to take a pitcher or a position player with your draft pick? The best pitcher or the best position player? And if you take the position player, what position?
I'm taking the position player.
At what position?
Maybe a corner infielder.
Shortstop.
I was going to say shortstop.
Shortstop.
All right, wait. I want to listen. If it's baseball, I want a guy who put the ball over the fence. And
But I want
usually
to play
that's a
shortstop.
third or a first baseman.
I don't necessarily want a guy that's going to a pump fence. That's all he's going to
I
do.
know
is hit
A-Rod
fence.
did it for quite a while.
Well, I mean,
Fence.
A-Rod was okay, but
Strikeout.
he also had a little help.
Fence.
Had a little help from my friends.
Strikeout.
Ray, what are you taking? Pitcher or position player?
I'm taking a position player, and I'm taking a shortstop.
Yeah.
So you're gonna say that if Omar Vizquel is out there and
Troy
Nolan Arenado is out
Tulowitzki.
there, you're gonna take.
You got the
You can't take Troy Tulowitzki.
Those two are not even comparison to number 1 draft picks.
Derek Jeter.
Those two are not
So-
even compared.
Dansby Swanson.
Again,
Number 1
I'm
draft
aware. So you take Dansby Swanson, the best shortstop, the
No,
best
we're
player.
just saying the best
No, any of you
player
guys
ever.
who said
Who's
you want
the
to
best
take the shortstop.
right now? Who's the best shortstop?
You want the number 1 pick?
Not
Lindor.
DeYoung.
It's not. It's not
him.
DeYoung.
It's not DeYoung.
Lindor?
Usually your shortstop
Yeah.
is your best leader
Tatis.
I don't think Baez.
by far.
Tatis.
Isn't he a third baseman?
No.
He's shortstop.
Machado's plays third.
Machado.
Used to be Machado.
He used to be a
I think
shortstop.
I'm going to take a center fielder.
No.
He's taking Dylan Carlson.
It's my pick. I can pick whatever I want.
Not unless the
taking
owner comes in and
Dylan
says you can't.
Well, I mean, if it's Ken Griffey, I'm taking.
Now, wait, what does he do?
Hits home run.
He does everything.
He hits dingers.
He's a
There you go.
five-tool player.
He was a five.
He's
He's a five-tool player.
Yeah.
Jimmy Ballgame or what?
Yeah.
I'd take Jimmy Ballgame before I'd take
that
somebody
trade
else.
was like Ken Bottenfield. Bye-bye, Jimmy.
What did Ken Bottenfield do after? Oh, that's right.
Nothing.
All right,
He
you
made
ready?
a 40-man 2 years, and that was it.
Get
Okay.
Gomber back for
See,
15
why can't
mil.
we get Trout then?
Because he doesn't. He is loyal to a fault with L.A. He wants to stay in L.A.
I'll tell you why.
He likes to
Because
surf
we
every
can't, because DeWallet can't give up part of the ownership of the Cardinals to Mike Trout to get Mike Trout.
That's what it would take.
I'm just saying, it's just not possible.
I just think
You tired?
center fielder
DeWallet.
from Anaheim.
Okay,
Welcome to the show, David Jarvis.
this or that. Yeah.
David Jarvis. What?
Would you, if you had to, right now, would you do a spicy food challenge, but it's super, super hot, but it's a small amount of food, or, and there's no water, can't have no water, no milk, nothing, or
Get it,
a
son.
food challenge that has a, I don't know, just massive amount, but it's not spicy.
Spicy.
Say the last part again.
Either a spicy
Or an all you can eat.
or
Like
a
a- yeah.
humongous 6-pound,
Like a big Texan.
6-pound burrito or whatever.
The
I want the
90s
hot food.
The old 96er.
I want the hot food
anymore. Can't eat big helpings anymore.
Hey,
Eat nasty.
hot food.
Hot food.
Heck
Yeah. No milk.
It doesn't
No
last
milk.
Doesn't
No
last
water.
No milk.
No man sodas.
Give me the giant burrito. Give me the big burrito.
Ray.
I'm going hot food. Unfortunately, because
It's not gonna last as long either.
Carlson single 2-0.
Wow.
Wow.
How about
There
that?
you go.
I can't do spicy
Beating up
food.
on the Dodgers.
I can't.
Not without any.
I can't do. I can't do spicy food.
You know what would help with that? Omeprazole.
No,
good.
I just can't. I just can't do
Sure
spicy
you can.
food.
You just don't want to do
Can't,
spicy
hey, my daddy always said, "Can't ain't never did nothing." So there. Okay.
All right, that's what I had this
That's-
week.
you got
That's
no more
it.
this or that?
No more of this or that?
Well, we had in the agenda, we got 12, 13 minutes. If there's a
Do you-
topic you want to
We
debate.
did good on time.
Do you get a baseball player that can hit for average and never hit any home runs, or that's all he does is hit home runs?
Well, what average are we talking about? 2021, or are we talking about 1980s?
He hits for average, and we're talking about a guy who hits
Average now.
over 300, gets on base a lot, takes walks, doesn't strike out.
So Tony Gwynn.
Yes,
Tony Gwynn.
Tony Gwynn or
Tony Gwynn or
Tyler
Bonds.
O'Neill.
Barry Bonds.
I'm taking.
He
bro.
got walked a ton though.
I'm taking bro.
Oh, I'm taking Tony Gwynn.
You're going to take Tyler O'Neill over Tony Gwynn.
Take the heads.
Here you go.
Hey, no, he's
You said
going on
today's
assignment.
time.
It doesn't even matter.
You
I
said-
take Tony Gwynn
Oh, I love Tony Gwynn, but
on the third Sunday of
I
this
was
week.
just saying I take bro because I said bro was a key
Whatever,
part.
fall forward while you're at it.
Exactly.
Oh, you're the weak sauce. I know you're not a baseball guy.
I ain't falling forward.
You fall. You go ahead. You go ahead.
Man.
What about
He
you?
gone.
What you, Blair?
I don't know.
Oh, this baseball coach over here.
Don't know.
All right, SMCI is going to be not happy with you.
Well, you got to take
Man.
Tony Gwynn.
You gotta take Tony Gwynn.
You can't compare Tony Gwynn and O'Neal.
Do you think Tony Gwynn could beat the shift?
Just a
Yes.
All day long.
Yeah, because he can hit the ball left field.
He can,
You mean
well,
Never
he can
mind.
actually
doesn't Carpenter beat
play
this?
the game.
tad. He hits
No.
into the shift.
He's only beat it once and it's laid down the one bunt. It's like, hey, that really worked.
That's a no-brainer.
And he's never done it again.
Yeah, you got to take Tony Gwynn.
Never, always
Probably would.
no-brainer. No-brainer.
Yeah.
Hey, that was an easy one. You got this or that?
We have a guest next week already set up.
Oh, yeah?
Hey.
Who's
Should
that?
we let people know? Or
No,
should we?
just in case.
Fine.
we tried that
We
once
tried
before.
that once before.
Yes, we did. We tried
It
that.
didn't work out so
We
well.
got a teaser, Ray.
And we got
Teaser.
teed up.
What was that guy's name?
No, we don't need to throw any more people under the bus.
Yeah, with
Some guy from St. Pius.
Well, I mean, he went to school there.
No,
No, his kids did.
no.
Well, who was it?
He blows a whistle.
He blows a whistle.
Did he go to
Baseball.
school
One of the
there?
baseball coaches.
He went to Pies?
What?
No.
What? Did we didn't have?
No, we have the none other than
Edward
Marino.
Oh boy.
And we're gonna have to get a dump button.
We could talk about Instacart.
We could talk about Instacart with
good
him.
stuff.
I found out that I asked him. I said, could you come up this week? He says, no. He got this weekend or something. And he said, I'm working this weekend. I'm like, dude, aren't you retired? He goes, not according to my wife. I was like, all right, I'm gonna leave that one alone. So
I can see that.
Right on. So there you have it. So Coach Eddie Marino will be on with us next week, next Monday, by the way. We will move to Mondays as well.
Yes. Mondays, 8 o'clock.
Mondays, 8 o'clock from here on out the rest of this month.
Rest of June.
There you have it.
Yep. There we are.
So before we close, Ray, we want to make sure we wish the Jefferson R7 Blue Jays baseball team one more time good luck tomorrow, 11 o'clock. Hopefully it can represent Jefferson County well.
Beat St. Pius.
Yes, right. St. Pius X of Kansas City.
Yeah, they got to beat the Pius guys. Sure.
And we definitely appreciate them being on the show in our first segment. Hopefully that was a fun segment. I think the guys got a real good kick out of that and was able to.
You should text Coach and find out if
they made it to bed yet.
If they're in bed yet.
Yeah, it's past bedtime
have to
right
do that.
now.
No more monkeys jumping on the bed.
There you go.
I'll text you right now.
All right. Thanks so much for watching the Coach's Box. We will be back again Monday, 8 o'clock. And tomorrow, we got baseball this week. Real before we go,
baseball.
We got the Mineral Area Orioles taking on Festus 253 tomorrow at 4:45 p.m. will be our pregame, and also Rock Memorial on Thursday. They'll be down at St. Genevieve. That'll be 7:15 p.m. Don't forget that's on the TKDS Sports Network app and Roku and Fire TV. You see that little Q code right there in the middle? Take your camera and snap that Q code or go over to our website. And I'll throw our website up right now here, livestreamstl.tkdssports.com. And you can click on the Watch Now part on that. That is subscription-based, and portions of the subscription go to all of the different schools, or I always keep saying schools. It's organizations in the summertime. So we doing a give back, a donate back into Festus 253, into Rock Memorial 283, and also the sponsorships will go back to that as well. So check that out, and we will be live from Jefferson College. All of the 253 games are out at Jefferson College this year. So for all of us here at Livestream STL and the Coach's Box, saying so long. We will see you next Monday.
Peace out.